just have to go through that again because I'm great with concepts and I'm bad with numbers. I always have been.
Got it.
This is Eric Rollins, the Constitutionalist, here at the Merced Lincoln Reagan Freedom Gala. And I am joined by somebody running for Assembly District 27, a local guy, Mayor, you said twice, of Merced.
That's right.
Mike Murphy, welcome.
Thank you. It's great to be here with you, Eric. As mentioned, we're at the Elks Lodge tonight. It's been a great evening. We had Steve Hilton here, who's running for governor. We've got other candidates.
I can see him right close.
So we really appreciate the opportunity to have something so great like this in Merced with the Republican committee here. By way of introduction, you mentioned my name is Mike Murphy. I'm the only Republican candidate, at least at this point, for Assembly District 27. Assembly District 27 covers just about the entirety of Merced County, as well as the lowlands of Madera County. So think Madera, Chowchilla, and then lots of Fresno County. So the west side of the Fresno County and northwest portion of the city of Fresno. So
a pretty big district.
It's a big district, geographically, and man, it's a good district. So
and it's a farming district.
It's a farming district. It's a hardworking district.
Mm-hmm.
It's people that love California and are suffering under the current regime that we're under and are ready for a change. So there's some real opportunity here. This assembly district is one that went for President Trump last fall. Even though the assembly member that won was a Democrat. Now that's about to change, and that's in part because
it's an open seat, right?
It's an open seat, right? So this is an open seat. The current office holder is not running for re-election. She's decided that she's going to run for higher state office. And so it creates an opportunity, and it really is a battleground state, and a battleground district where we're really going to test the ideas of, more freedom to operate a business, more freedom to build and to grow in our state, and
But those aren't California principles. They should be, but they're not.
They should be, but I'll tell you what they are. Those are principles from people that live and work and vote in Assembly District 27. And so I think we're at a pivotal point where this district is ready for a change. It's ready for someone who's practical and pragmatic. And you mentioned I was the mayor of the city of Merced. The city of Merced is the largest city in the district that has the entire city in the district. Of course, Fresno is a much bigger city than
right, but
than
you
Merced,
only have
it's only a little portion of
that northwest corner.
That's right.
Yeah.
So Merced is sort of the main population center, and I can tell you that the mayors that are effective, and we'll talk about governors too, but the mayors that are effective are ones that look for common sense solutions to problems and approach them. Working with folks wherever the good ideas come from, and I can tell you that we had a really good run here in the city of Merced. Showed a lot of progress. Really are on a trajectory to do things differently in the city of Merced, capitalizing on our strengths, and that's what we need to do as a Central Valley as well. Part of that includes unleashing the power of our economy, including our ag economy, and having water to be able to do that.
Water and less regulation. Those are the farmers' two greatest dreams.
I was addressing a group earlier this week, and I mentioned the fact that JFK came to Assembly District 27. August of 1962, JFK was in Merced County. The occasion was the groundbreaking of the San Luis Reservoir.
Well, the last Democrat presidential candidate that I think I would have considered voting for.
So here's what he said when he came. So he came here to break ground on a new reservoir, and he said, among other things, things don't just happen; they're made to happen. Meaning that we have to really put in the work and the effort to make it happen. At the time, there were 19 million Californians. Now we're double that.
Yeah, a little more than double.
Right. I can tell you we've not doubled our water capacity.
No, there hasn't been a new storage facility in like 45 or 50 years.
Right. So that needs to change, right? I think that the pendulum has swung so far on the crazy policies in our state that it's time for a change, and I think people are ready for that. We saw that last fall at the ballot box with the passage of Prop 36, for example. Right? A supermajority said, hey, enough is enough. We want to protect victims and not criminals, right? We want law and order, and we want to be able to have nice things in our state. Mm-hmm. And so I prioritize, us being safe in our homes and on our streets, and consider myself a law enforcement candidate. And
well, you can't have a prosperous community if you don't feel safe.
That's right. I mean, that's the fundamental role of government is, number one, keep us safe.
So how do they find out more about you? And I hope to have you on my show in a longer format, like 50 minutes. But tonight we just got a few.
I thrive in the long format. I like talking about policy and jumping in. MikeMurphy4Assembly.com. That's the number 4. So MikeMurphy4Assembly.com. A good number to reach me is 209-355-9700. Also on Facebook, there's a blue check mark, Mike Murphy. You'll see it as a candidate for Assembly District 27. Also on Twitter, Mike Murphy, and you'll recognize a picture for those that are on YouTube anyway tonight, Facebook Live.
Well, Mike, I appreciate you running. I appreciate you being willing to jump back in. How long were you out of government?
I wrapped up being mayor December of 2020. So
you became a real citizen for a while.
Yeah, that's right.
Which I wish more politicians would do, because
that's
when
right.
you go out and you
totally.
work a real job, it's just different.
And frankly, the folks in Merced know this. I never took any salary for being mayor.
Oh,
and
well.
Intentionally. It wasn't much to begin with anyway. It's not like,
yeah.
I was passing up a fortune, but just to say, just to take that issue off the table, that it really is a service, and I'd be honored to have the opportunity to serve this Assembly District 27 next year.
Well, Mike, I thank you for this time.
Thank you very much.